Hi guys, it's Lucy and welcome back to another video. Today I'm just going to do a Q&A video, a nice sit down chit chat video. I got questions on Instagram probably 2-3 months ago and I just never got around to answer them in a video. So when I took a break from YouTube, I put on that post I put up, has anyone got any questions? And people asked on there, so got a mixture of Instagram and YouTube, and there's a couple, so yeah, let's just get on with the video. I've got my laptop here with them on. So the first question is, I'm looking into the service student paramedic role in West Midlands Ambulance Service, but I live in Yorkshire. Would they provide accommodation or is that not eligible? Thank you. So that's from Harry. I don't personally know much about this route. I believe it's nothing like the uni route in the sense that at uni you get accommodation and stuff, so I presume it'd be something you'd have to sort out yourself. But yeah, if you follow West Midlands Ambulance Service on Twitter, Instagram, they tend to answer questions and stuff, so follow them, perhaps ask a question, or get in contact with the recruitment people, and I'm sure they'll be able to give you a bit of information on that, but I don't think there is accommodation, no. Question is, have you been given much support from uni with the COVID pandemic? Also, are you allowed to return to uni as normal? So support wise, we've had online lectures. What they did was, because as second years we were offered job roles within the service to help during the COVID pandemic, what they did was they reduced our workload to accommodate for that, so students weren't completely bombarded with work. Another way they accommodated was they put all our lectures on one day a week, and they recorded all our lectures, something that's not usually done in normal lectures. Our normal lectures at uni are never recorded. I know they are at some unis, so it's been good for them to be recorded that we can go and look back on. We've been having fortnightly Q&A sessions with our head of course, and yeah, through those Q&A sessions we've been kept in the loop, so to speak, so yeah. Also, so are you allowed to return to uni as normal? The simple answer is no. Compared to the bigger unis, my uni is a tiny little campus, which makes it even more difficult. It's still a bit up in the air of what's going to happen. Lectures are going to remain online for the rest of the year, but obviously to pass the year we have to do loads of practical and stuff, so they are getting us back in for practical, but there's so many different things they have to look into before they allow that to happen, risk assessments for example. So we're not returning as normal. We're the exact same as any other uni course. It's got to be phased in, it's got to be safe, and it's got to be the right thing to do. So the next question is, so I know you did St John, but what do you recommend to others who may not have a St John group in their area in terms of work experience, etc., or any tips, as they don't have access to a St John unit? Just get experience in pretty much anything, so anything that involves talking, communicating, working under a management, anything like that is going to be helpful. So I worked in retail for 2 years and that was beneficial to me. It doesn't have to be healthcare related, and I keep saying that, people think you have to do work experience in a hospital, and it's so difficult to get work experience in a hospital because they don't often do it because of staff shortages and stuff like that. Do a first aid course under another company. I don't know all the ins and outs. There's a whole video on my channel to do with work experience if that's any help to anyone, and there's also a video that talks about my journey, which literally pinpoints everything I did to get to the point I'm at today. So if you want to watch those videos, that will give you some more tips. The next question is, how is it making friends in uni in another area where you're not from? I think pretty much every student near enough is from a different area when they start uni. You do get students from the town, city kind of thing. However, find people with common interests, talk to people, especially with paramedic science. We do skills, and so many other uni courses do skills and practical elements to their degree, and that is the best way to make friends, I've always thought. Sitting in lectures, it's kind of difficult because you're paying attention to the lecture, I hope. Yeah, if you don't like drinking, go and find other activities. I've never been on a night out. It doesn't interest me in the slightest, but I've still made friends at uni. I've found people with the same interests. And don't be so hard on yourself if you don't make friends on the first day, kind of thing. This question is, any advice for commuting on train and bus to uni every day? My uni is 1 hour away. I can't say I've ever had this experience. For one, I absolutely hate trains. They just never seem to go well for me when I get on one. I don't know how I haven't ended up in another part of the country just yet. Just be safe in what you're doing. You know, at the moment with COVID, wear your face masks, you know, distance yourself from people, but more try not to get on trains too late at night, you know. Just be safe about it is, I suppose, the only tip I can really give. Saving money wise, perhaps get a rail card, all of this sort of stuff. But I mean, I've always had a car at uni pretty much, so I've never really had that kind of experience, so I don't know, it might be something you have to ask around with, really. The next question is, do you think it is possible to have a part-time job alongside studying full-time in placement? It's doable. I've seen students do it, but it does take its toll on you. Hence why I started an Etsy shop, because it is very much my control. I can open it and close it when I need to, put it on holiday and stuff like that, and it's not as harsh as a 6, 7, 8 hour shift, but it is doable. I've seen students do it, and if you need the extra money, you're going to have to do it, because you've got to look after yourself. So there's two ways of looking at it. You've got to look after yourself by getting the right nutrients, the right food, which you need money for, but then you've also got to look at, you don't want to tire yourself out and overwork yourself. So it's two things to look at, but it is doable. I've seen students do it. Next question is, what equipment or essentials do you recommend getting before starting university to study paramedic science? I've got a whole playlist on this, so if I remember I'll link it down below, but there's so many different things. You know, you need a stethoscope, pocketbook, carabiner, pen, pen torch, a tough box for your pad, plenty of food, lunchbox, bags, coats, shoes, boots, stethoscopes. Yeah, there's loads of things. So there's a playlist with all that sort of information on for you. Next question is, does being in the back of the ambulance on placement make you feel sick a lot? Different for different people, and yeah, people take anti-sickness medication and everything for shifts. It really varies. I've heard those travel sickness bracelets are good. I don't know, I've never tried them myself. But no, personally I don't get it a lot. Because I'm concentrating on a task of being with a patient usually, it goes to the back of my mind, and yeah, I don't really think about it. The next question is, what was the hardest thing you found when starting the course? I think it's getting on top of the work. I'm in uni 4 days a week. Well, I was in first year, let's do the instance of first year. I was in 4 days a week, and you're only in, you know, 4 to 6 hours a day. It's not massive, but then you've got to also do the work on top, and you've got to get that balance. The balance of doing too much studying and too little studying as well. I struggled as well. Starting the course was giving myself time to myself to like do things I enjoy, because I was always studying, and that's something I've adapted moving into second year. The next question is, what's one thing that surprised you when you started placement that you didn't expect? I think the thing for me is I looked at this job for years and years and years. I understood what the job entailed. However, still, I think it still puts life into perspective of what you actually see, just how fortunate you are to be in the position that you're in where you're studying at uni. So there's a bit of a surprise there of the people you go and see and their backgrounds and stuff like that. But yeah, I'd kind of prepared myself knowing a lot of that because I'd been looking into the career for so long. The next question is, where did you get your paramedic books and resources from? Various different places. It's usually Amazon and eBay. Secondhand, they're too expensive, buying them brand new. Resources as well, there's a pocket paramedic. He has a little pocket book out. I don't have it at the moment, but that is a good book to have, and he does a digital download of like 187 page document as well with the book. It's about £30, which seems steep at the time, but it does have so much information in it. Also get a lot of knowledge from your mentors, your lecturers. They'll have little pocket things that you can take photos of and stuff like that, and you know, Google things, lectures, print things off to go in your pocket, all of that sort of stuff. It doesn't have to be from these expensive online retailers. The people you're working with are going to have the knowledge you need in the format that you might like. The next question is the assessment skills book worth getting? If I remember, I'll put a picture on the screen, but it's a paramedic assessment book. If you type that into Amazon, it will come straight up. Yep, it's absolutely brilliant. It's just something that you use throughout your career, and it's a very good thing to have for all your OSCEs and stuff like that. So that, I think, is all the questions, and that's a very long video, and yeah, hopefully I've answered them okay. And leave any more questions down below. I'll either do another Q&A or answer them there and then, and I will see you in a video very, very soon. Bye guys.